this is going to be quick because there's no way in the world that I'm going to miss Chris McDonough telling us exactly what Don Wells has got himself into. Wouldn't miss it for the world, right? This is something we have been waiting on. 100%. And Candace, girl, you were standing in the woods all by yourself. And sometimes it's cold outside and it snows in April. Just as sure as the grand jury meets in April. Hello, ladies. Candace, what you should have done was take yourself down for your children, because from the time you become a mother, life was not about you anymore. Life became about those children. It became those children's life. It wasn't about your life anymore. So what you should have done before you were even asked to was take everything you knew down to the TBI and cut yourself a deal. Thank you. Because the way I see it, not long after April the 11th, if not before, you're going to be laying in the bed asleep in the TBI in Hawkins County, and the FBI is going to kick your door in, little lady. And they are going to drag you out of there. And they are going to book you. For having something to do with the disappearance of your daughter and the abuse and neglect of your sons. Your husband, or whatever he is, live-in, mate, whatever, we've been lied to so much. We don't know if you're married, just together, just hanging out, friends. We don't know, but whatever he is to you, it's fixing to have to make a tough choice. And depending on that choice that he makes, you're going to be hanging in the balance. And it's probably going to be not in your favor because of the way you've been acting while he's been locked up. While you've been hanging out on YouTube and hanging out with different guys. and different creators being in touch with him. Because, see, instead of making this about your children and you going to rehab like your own very own lawyer has told you to do, you've been partying, living your best life without your children. And for once, I cannot wait to see what Chris McDonough has to say tonight. I encourage everybody to jump over when I'm done here from my channel over to Chris's channel to see what's going on. And I don't blame Benny for jumping ship. I'm sure that Benny knew several days ago that Don was fixing to go upriver without a paddle, that his client was done for, that due process was fixing to go down the toilet with SA charges. The interview room cookie. It's hard to defend people who's partying and living their best life, who's being accused of inappropriate behavior with minors, who's partying on YouTube, and their spouse about to be sent upriver on SA charges. I don't count on anything that JLR says, because the way he worded that was for clicks and views. He made it sound like that he had his Miranda rights read to him due to Summer's case. And he left it hanging there on his channel like that for clicks and views. I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with the chasing down witnesses that are possible witnesses in this case and pulling them out to the forefront. Because that's the problem now that the TBI is having, is every character witness that they have, YouTube creators are assassinating these witnesses before they can even get them to the grand jury room. And we have to quit doing that. As much as we want to help, we've got to be careful about how we help. And pulling them out and interviewing them before the FBI and before the TBI or before police can do that is not a good thing. But Candace, please flip your YouTube channel over to your favorite retired detective and watch Chris McDonough tonight at 6 o'clock and see what's going on with your husband. Oh, you probably already know. You probably already know that you're too late to run up there and cut a deal now, right? But if you remember, you should have listened to me months ago when I said, Candace, drop what you're doing and run up there and be the first one to the door. Be the first one to be there to cut a deal. Tell them where Summer's body is at. Or tell them where Summer is at. And you did not do that. So you deserve what you get too, sister. And the day that they kick your door in and drag you out by what hair you've got, I am going to laugh and laugh and laugh. And every day that you serve, I will have a smile on my face until summer is brought home one way or the other. This has been the most ridiculous case. And a couple of days ago, I shut all my videos down and I decided I was not going to do this anymore. That I was not even going to say either one of you guys' name anymore. And then I realized if I'd done that, then I was going to be letting Summer and the boys down. And you have already let those boys down, because as much as you say that you love those boys, that's all we hear out of your mouth. We don't hear about Summer. It's those boys. You couldn't even give 30 days of your life to rehab for those boys. You couldn't quit partying 30 days of your life for those boys. Candace Bly, you are a sorry mother for not being able to give 30 days of your life to sobriety to get those boys back. I think Benny has already gave it up to the TBI and the FBI. But I don't think he can very well tell us what he has gave the TBI and the FBI. And I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. And Tim Mullins, you have not been a good friend. And you were not a good friend to Summer. You have helped lie, deceive, and cover up every step of the way. This has just been absolute ridiculousness. Absolute ridiculousness. So guys, put your hands together and let's pray on April the 11th that the grand jury indicts her. And when they do, they kick that door in and drag her out by the hair of the head. And then and only then and I started a new hashtag, the Wells Boys. Will the Wells Boys get some peace? That's when the grand jury will meet. It's April the 11th. And those boys have been forced. Those boys have been forced to help cover up this awful crime. Whatever happened, they have been forced to help hide it. They have had to lie about it and everything else. So the day I'm here, but let's all get ready to jump over and catch his live